So the final step of the editing process is saving your edits. Of course, you keep saving your edits all the time. So when you press this button, you save edits by going here, editor and save edits. And when you stop editing, editor and stop editing. When you save here, you're saving your MXT, not your edits. So just remember that, but we have it in the workflow manager that there's a button here under save and reconcile edits. So when you press that button, it's going to save the edits for you automatically. Okay. The other step that you need to do at the end of like finishing up your project um, is you have to make sure that your quality control is done, like you've run the topology checks and data review checks, and after everything is done you need to reconcile the version. And in this step, you have to make sure that the parent is correct, the target version, and then you have to define the conflicts by object by row as it's mentioned here, and then resolve the conflicts in favor of the edit version. So you have to make sure that these three are correct. First one is that you have to make sure that the target version is correct. You have to define by object by row the conflicts and resolve the conflicts in favor of the edit version. Okay, so that's the process for reconciling, which is a very important process. What reconcile does is that it takes the version you're editing and update it with changes from the parent version. So somebody might be editing the parent version. Like for example, ITGIS might be calculating some fields at like en masse level, like all of the um, fields for, like, let's say hyperlink or some kind of ID is getting automatically generated. Maybe they're doing something like that. So when you run the reconcile process, you will see that some of those changes that they are making, they're coming through into your data. So that's the reconcile process. Okay. So once you do that and you click OK, then you're done with your part. There is another step. So at this point of time, what it's doing is it's reconciling the data with the parent version. It also saves your edits, and it basically then stops your editing too. It's doing like three steps in one: reconcile, save, and stop editing. There is one more step after this, but that's going to be handled by TGIS in the beginning of these editing phases. So which is basically, there is something called post. So your changes, taking them and moving them to the parent version, is posting, and that's something ITGS will be handling in the first few months of the editing process. And then later on, as the editors get comfortable, then that responsibility will be transferred to the editors. So that's it on editing, saving your edits, and reconcile. Thank you.